Well, g'day curd nerds. Sometimes cheese doesn't turn out how it should. And in this case, I was trying to make a cottage cheese. However, it didn't turn out that way and I ended up with cream cheese. And a damn delicious cream cheese it is too. Anyway, let me step you through how I tried to make cottage cheese and when it failed. And hopefully everybody will get a lesson out of this one. Alright, thanks, and on with the video. So the ingredients to make cottage cheese: 4 litres of milk, 1/4 of a teaspoon of mesophilic culture, 1/4 teaspoon of liquid rennet, and 1/4 teaspoon of calcium chloride, and cheese salt to taste. And hopefully it'll have a better job than I will, or better luck than I will. So I'm just stirring the cream that was in the top there. Now we heat the milk to 24 Celsius or 75 Fahrenheit, and we add in the mesophilic culture. We just sprinkle that over the top. This is a direct vat set, or direct vat inoculated culture, MO30 from Sacco. So we let that rest for about 5 minutes and then we stir that in. Now I've already reached the target temperature before I added the culture. Then we add in the calcium chloride. That's been diluted in 1/4 cup of non-chlorinated water. Give that a good stir. And then we're going to add the rennet. Give that a good stir for no longer than 1 minute. Now in the recipe that I was using, it actually said that I should let the milk coagulate or set for 2 hours. It actually said 2 hours or until set. So I put my little timer on for 2 hours and we waited. And then 18 hours later, it actually said. It took a long time. I checked it every 2 hours until about the 10-hour mark, and then I just had to go to bed, so I just left it overnight. So if it works for you, cut the curds into 1/2-inch cubes or 1.25 centimetres, and that's what I ended up doing. You see the whey is really clear, and I checked the curd. It was really sloppy consistency. Now I don't know if this is normal or not, because this is the first time I'd attempted to make cottage cheese. So I didn't break it up too much. I tried to be as gentle as possible. And then basically I let that rest for 10 minutes and then gave it a stir. So I could see straight away that the curd was so soft that it was actually breaking on the spoon. So I decided to let it sit for a little bit longer, so for another 10 minutes, to see if I could get the curds to heal. So we'll see what happens. So there's a fair bit of whey coming out of the curds there still, which is good. And I thought, well, I'll try and heat it up as per the recipe. Now, for those who want to give cottage cheese a go, I warm the curd up to 46 Celsius over an hour, ladle it into butter muslin, and then rinse it off with cold tap water. Now, the curd size is supposed to be the size of navy beans. Now, I decided at this stage here, the curds were far too fragile, so I decided to abort the mission and decided to chop over to cream cheese. So with cream cheese, you just drain through butter muslin for 30 minutes there in the colander, and then after it's drained a little bit, then you tie it up into a ball. So you tie the 4 corners of the cheesecloth and you put it over a pot. And I just had a broom handle there and I put it on 2 chairs. Nice easy way to drain, and you drain it for 12 hours. So 12 hours later, it's lost a lot of whey, which is great, and it has a nice creamy consistency. So then you just take it out of the bag, basically pop it into a mixing bowl. So it turns out really easy. There's hardly any stuck on the butter muslin at all. And then we're just going to salt to taste. So I added in a teaspoon of salt because I didn't want it too salty. I wanted to make sure that we could use it in a dessert if we needed to. So the salt essentially is to add a little bit of flavour and to act as a preservative. So after the salt's been added, I gave that a really good stir through for about 2 or 3 minutes, just to make sure that it was mixed all the way through. Very creamy. It's a lovely, nice, smooth consistency. And it turned out, oh, yep, and there was an official taste test there, and it tasted delicious. It really did. So you can store this in small containers, plastic containers, that are sealed up to a week in the fridge. So that's how I recovered from the cottage cheese failure. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I would appreciate it if you support me on Patreon. Check out one of my other cheese making videos. We've got halloumi, which is a self-made recipe. Turned out fantastic. Till next time, curd nerds, see you later.